So then the big question is asked, what would happen if something interrupted this Gulf Stream that makes this area way warmer than its latitude would suggest? And to me, this is my big plan. Like, well before our current president talked about building a wall, I've been thinking about building a wall, but building a retractable wall somewhere in this neighborhood here that we could raise and lower whenever we wanted to. And we could call over to Northern Europe and say, hey, we would like some of this, we'd like some of that, we'd like some free money. And if they said no, we'd say, oh, really? And what did we do? We raised the wall, blocking the Gulf Stream. And now all of this warm water that makes it warmer than its latitude would suggest would be gone. And all of this would start showing its true latitude, right? Just look at England and Scotland. Like, if we draw a line across, it's gonna feel more like this area here or this area here. You know who lives here? Nobody lives here. It is awful in here. It is super cold and nasty. And that's how these regions would be. Sure, their temperatures might be moderated a little tiny bit by the fact they are on an ocean, a large body of water, but there would be no hot water source. And these places would start showing their true latitude. And you'd have Finland and Norway and Sweden and all these areas starting to look a lot more like Greenland. They'd be covered with a mile of ice. And we could control them with climatological warfare. Now, I really wouldn't do that, but you get the idea that if this shuts down, this starts showing its true latitude and these places would freeze and be covered by ice. That's why it's important to these places, very important, that this Gulf Stream stay active, because it truly influences their temperature, making it much warmer than their latitude would suggest.